What's up, guys? Luke here from Luke's Points and Miles, and I hope you like our new aesthetics. Did a little work in the studio this past weekend, and I hope this makes our channel a little bit more aesthetic, a little bit more visually pleasing, and I hope the sound is a little better. I haven't quite finished the acoustics part of this room, but I think having carpet and a dedicated room with the door closed should make the videos sound a lot better. So guys, today I realize that it is very close to the holiday season, very close to Christmas, and I know for so many of us this is a super stressful time of year. So I don't want to get into a super serious math crunching video. I wanted to do something a little bit more fun, a little bit more pure entertainment. So today I wanted to go over where I'm ending up at the end of 2021, how I'm starting off 2022 as far as the points and miles game, and I want to go over my strategies for the first quarter of 2022. I want to go over my goals and which cards I'm going to use to accomplish those goals. So real quick, guys, if it's your first time on the channel, we talk about credit cards, points, miles, cashback, and travel. We are going to sprinkle some crypto and personal finance in 2022. If these are things you could be interested in, please hit that subscribe button. We are a growing channel, we are a young channel, and we upload videos at least weekly, normally twice a week. So guys, let's get right into it. I appreciate your time that you spend with me, and I want to go over where I am as far as points and miles here at the very end of 2021. Now, currently, I don't have any spending requirements, and I am not meeting the minimum spend for any cards at the moment. My last card was the US Bank Business Leverage card we talked about in a video, and we got some cash back out of that one. I think that's going to be a one and done card. But for right now, we are going to be in the garden for at least 3 months, I think. And this is what I want to do in the first quarter, most likely the second quarter of 2022. But before I get into that, let's talk about where I am right now as far as points. You guys that are fans of the channel, you all know that I'm an American Express fanboy. So right now, with American Express MR points, which happen to be my favorite transferable currency, I am standing at 322,233 MR points at the moment. And a lot of that is because I got some bonuses this year. I did spend quite a bit MR points, but I don't think I'm going to be somebody who banks hundreds of thousands of MR points. I need to start spending those. I'm a earn and burn guy. So over 300,000 MR points. I have American Airlines Advantage miles. I am at 69,677. Now I think those are going to be around for a while, because I think in 2022 I'm not going to be taking award flights. I think the strategy there is going to be I'm going to save up those AA miles for maybe another trip to the Middle East, or at least something big, something crazy. Next up, we have Delta Sky miles. I'm currently at 100,788. We do have a couple Delta flights scheduled at the beginning of 2022. So we will be flying first class to New Orleans, and we'll be flying Comfort Plus to Dublin, Ireland in the first quarter. So we'll be getting those Sky miles jacked up. Hilton Honors points. We do stay at a lot of Hiltons, though we haven't stayed there in a little while, but right now we are sitting at 524,605 Hilton Honors points, plus 2 free night certificates. So we got to use those. We have to get those out of there. Marriott Bonvoy, we are at 180,801 points, and my goal, at least in 2021, was to acquire some Marriott points and stay at a few Marriott properties. I'm going to have to reevaluate that. I didn't have the best experience at the Dolphin outside Disney World. So I'm not sure how that's going to go, but that's for another video. So that's where we stand as far as our major points and major currencies right now. Next, I want to talk about our goals for 2022, at least in the first quarter. I have some generic goals and some fairly specific goals. Generically, I want to continue earning transferable points in MR points. I think they are very valuable. I think I want to do a couple aspirational trips fairly soon. I don't want them to collect dust. I want to earn them and I want to burn them. If you have any suggestions on the best way to use your MR points, let me know. I do all sorts of travel, both solo, family, and with a little boy. So I'm game for anything. The first quarter and most likely the second quarter in 2022, I want to try to accomplish at least gold status with American Airlines. Now, if you watched the video we released a couple weeks ago, they have a new program in which you earn loyalty points, and a lot of it has to do with spend. So I think we're going to be doing a lot of spend on our AA credit cards in the first 2 quarters of 2022. Now, our third is kind of our tertiary goal. I want to earn as much cash back as I possibly can. And my goal for our cash back in 2022, sorry it's not an original thought, but I am going to be investing that cash back in cryptocurrencies. Most likely Bitcoin and Ethereum, but I'm not a crypto enthusiast and I'm not going to do a bunch of videos on cryptocurrencies, but it is something that I want to invest in and I want to collect, at least passively. I don't believe I'm going to be dumping my life savings into Dogecoin or anything like that. All right, so that is the goal for the first quarter, most likely the second quarter of 2022. Now, how are we going to get there and what cards are we going to use? This is a little bit more interesting because I feel like my setup is a little different than most folks. Like I said, our primary goal is still going to be collecting membership rewards points. So for flights, I will be using the American Express Platinum card. 5 times points on flights. That will probably not change, at least for the first 2 quarters. For groceries and dining, we're gonna stick with the American Express Gold card. I think those 2 cards will be 2 cards in my stable for a long time. I think they're 2 super cards. They earn tons and they really fuel this points and miles game, at least for me. The next card I'm gonna be using is for gas. I'm going to be using the City Custom Cash card. 5% cash back on gas. We don't spend the $500 limit a month on gas, but I have to find a place for that custom cash card because I think it's one of the best new cards of 2021. And like we said before, we're going to get some cash back and we're going to be investing that cash back into crypto. For my non-bonus category spend, we are going to go with a SoFi 2% cash back card. And again, we have a investment account with SoFi and we will be putting that cash back into Bitcoin and Ethereum, at least for the first quarter of 2022. We're definitely going to reassess that and we may go a completely different direction, but I have a little bit of the fear of missing out and I want to at least passively invest in some cryptocurrencies, at least for a little while. Now, this is where my setup gets a lot different than most people, and the other categories I'm going to be specific with are utilities, cable, internet, and streaming. For that spend, I will be using the US Bank Cash Plus. That is a cash back card where you pick your categories quarterly, up to $2,000 spend quarterly. And those are very good categories to get 5% cash back with. Again, that's utilities, cable, internet, and streaming. We all spend quite a bit on those things. Now, the next one is going to be probably something no one has really heard of, but for my cell phone and my entertainment purchases. Entertainment is going to be Disney World tickets, movie tickets, things like that, sports games. When I get sports season tickets, I'll use this card. This is a card that is a US Bank cashback clone card from Park National Bank. And if you know anything about US Bank, Elon Financial runs their credit card program, and Elon Financial runs the credit card programs of dozens and dozens of regional and local banks. So a regional or local bank in my area has a card almost exactly like the US Bank Cash Plus. And I got that card and I am enrolled for cell phone bills and entertainment. So I'll be getting 5% cash back on that. And all these cash back cards will go back into the SoFi investment account and we'll be buying Ethereum and Bitcoin. So lastly, I am finally going to do my best to separate some of my business and personal spend. So for my property management business, we are going to be, at least the first quarter or two, we're going to exclusively use the Citi Advantage Business MasterCard. Now, the reason for that, again, is so we can acquire loyalty points. That starts in January of 2022. You need 30,000 loyalty points for gold status at American Airlines. I've never had airline status. I'm not sure if it's worth it, but I want to take this journey and I want to report on it. And I want to tell you what happens when I get airline status in a small airport like my local airport in Columbus, Ohio. Now, to top all this off, I'm going to be using American Airlines Advantage Shopping Portal. Now, for American Airlines status, one of the ways to earn loyalty points is using their shopping portal and their dining programs. Normally we use Rakuten, but at least for this first 2 quarters, I'm going to use the American Airlines Advantage shopping. And I think that with my property management spending, I think I can get really close to gold status fairly quickly. Now, for my property management business spending, I'm going to be paying my mortgages for my rental property with Plastiq on this Citi Business Advantage MasterCard. Now, you're thinking that's 2.85% it cost me, but for me, it's going to be worth it, at least in the first quarter, maybe the first 2 quarters, just to get this status quickly. Things may change if that becomes too expensive, but also we'll probably do a video just on the status updates if anybody's interested in that. Now, we did mention Rakuten. We normally, for your cashback shopping portals, we will recommend Rakuten. The good thing about Rakuten is you can also choose to earn Amex membership rewards points in lieu of cashback. Now, we do have a link below. If you use our link to sign up for Rakuten, you'll get $30 cash back on your very first purchase. It's a great shopping portal. They normally have some of the best rates of return. But again, in the first 2 quarters of 2022, we're gonna go about things a little bit different, and we're really gonna try to earn that American Airlines status. A quick summary. We are going to continue to earn Amex membership rewards points. We are going to sprinkle in several cashback options to invest in cryptocurrency, and we are going to try to earn status with American Airlines. Obviously, we have a lot of points to play with, so we need to start spending those. And I will do a separate video on spending those in the first half of 2022 because I don't want them sitting there. So guys, if you like the new setup, please comment. Let me know how it sounds. I'm really concerned about the sound, but I do have a few more things I'm gonna do, like some sound dampening panels on the walls and a few other things. But I have spent a lot of time making this room up. Tell me what you guys think. And if you got any value at all out of the video, hit the like button. And if you're into this sort of thing, hit the subscribe button. We will be putting out a lot more videos now that I have space to do it in. Guys, if you are here all the way until the end, I appreciate you. Thanks.